What's going on everyone, TomGorian here and welcome back to episode 4 of the F1 22 My Team Career Mode series with Carlin. Today we are here for race number 4 in Imola. It's the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, and for the first time this season we also have a sprint race qualifying session, so pretty much 11 lap race to decide the qualifying grid for the 50% race on Sunday. Do me a favour, like the video, comment and subscribe for more F1 22 content. There's going to be more races in the next couple days. I'm hoping to get a double upload today and also tomorrow, but as you can see we're pretty much making progress. We have got our first sponsor, Overtook, I believe that is what it's called, and it does require us to finish in the points twice during the season. We need to get, I think it's driver acclaim level 8 to get level 2 for the engine mapping and also development feedback. There are some of the driver ratings. Money wise, we're going up. We're going to try and save some money, and also for the chassis wise and upgrades. We've got some upgrades coming for this race and also the next race in Miami. We've got an engine upgrade, we've also got a chassis upgrade too, and as you can see the sprint weekend tyre allocation, and there's the tyre allocation going into this weekend. Pretty much 6 sets of soft tyres between qualifying 1 and also the sprint race, with 1 set of mediums, 1 set of hards, well actually 3 sets of mediums, 1 set of hards. But without further ado, it's time to go to Imola for the first ever Sprint Grand Prix.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who will start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Hamilton, George Russell and Magnussen, Mick Schumacher, Norris, Fernando Alonso and Esteban Ocon, Ricciardo, Joe, Yuki Tsunoda and Vettel, Stroll, David Beckmen, Alex Albon and Nicholas Latifi, Gasly, Thomas, Bottas and Carlos Sainz will start from the back of the grid.
We're not going to be wasting any time here in Imola. It's 5 red lights for the Emilia-Romagna sprint race here at Imola. And it's lights out, away we go. A tentative start once again from us there. And as you can see, Bottas gets the jump on us, and also Sainz as well gets the jump on us. And we're down into last place as we head towards turn 1. And the AI are very OP on the traction as we head towards this first chicane in this sprint race. As you can see there, Bottas goes a little bit wide as we head in towards the second chicane there. We've had to back out of that because Bottas was going to squeeze us on the curves. You do not want to be on the curves. We have to dive down the inside of the Alfa Romeo once again, and we're going to do a Max Verstappen and force him out wide, and as you can see there, that was a clean move. And we are in P21. We're not going to show much of the sprint race because there wasn't really much that happened. DRS is enabled, but as you can see, our teammate David Beckmen goes through on lap 3, and oh, he locks up there as well. I didn't really notice that. Beckman locks up, and as you can see, that's Alex Albon that goes a little bit wide. What happens there? Oh, he just goes on the curb. He just goes on the curb there and goes completely wide, and is on the grass there, and he just goes off circuit. Here's the replay once again, and yeah, he just goes on the gravel there, just hits the apex, and he just goes off onto the grass. Lap 4 now, and as you can hear, there is a yellow flag for another car, and I believe that is Carlos Sainz. It is Carlos Sainz. His Ferrari season has not had a good start. His teammate has won the first 3 races of this My Team Career Mode, and Carlos Sainz hasn't really had an answer for it, and he just gets pushed off there by Lance Stroll. But now entering the chicane here, pretty much that chicane was pretty much a little bit of a problem in this sprint race. I couldn't take too much speed, otherwise the car would just bottom out, but for some reason the AI could just really close in by like 4 or 5 tenths in those corners. Exiting the final corner, we go a little bit wide, and unfortunately there we're going a bit of the gravel, but as you can see, it's going to be 3 wide between me, Latifi Albon and Beckmen gets both of us around the outside, and Beckmen gets P17 in this race, and I think David Beckmen really shows his pace this weekend. But around the final corner for the sprint race, it's going to be P18 for the start of the Imola Grand Prix. Not really a good sprint race there. We didn't really show a lot of pace in this race. I went for more of a downforce setup, just more of a higher wings, lower tyre pressures. That doesn't seem to work around this track. I just got eaten up live in this sprint race. And as you can see, Charles Leclerc wins the sprint race, Max in second, Perez in third, a Mercedes 4-5. Magnussen and Mick, Kevin and Magnussen and Mick Schumacher get 6th and 7th, along with Fernando Alonso and Ocon 8th and 9th, and Yuki Tsunoda in 10th place. So we pretty much decide, because our ICE and also our MGUH are getting pretty much worn out. We're going to be taking grid penalties, and we're also going to be taking a new gearbox for this race, so that's going to pretty much put us dead last for this sprint race. We're going to be fighting at the back, but hopefully we can score points.
Welcome once again to the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo and Dino Ferrari. The clue is in the name. This is very much Ferrari home turf, and the locals will be out in force today to support their team in what we hope will be a magnificent spectacle of motorsport. On then to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. A lap of Imola, anti-clockwise of course, unlike most Formula One circuits, will take our drivers round 3.1 miles of track. 19 turns, 9 right-handers and 10 left. Drivers will need to be precise at the hairpin turn 7, given the subsequent uphill section. Without a good exit from that corner, they'll lose a lot of time on that stretch. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Perez, Hamilton, Kevin Magnussen and Fernando Alonso, Ricciardo, Stroll, Gasly and Valtteri Bottas, Joe, Russell, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, Sebastian Vettel and David Beckmen, Mick Schumacher, Thomas, they've taken a grid penalty, Alex Albon and Esteban Ocon, Sainz, Latifi, Tsunoda, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, and Lando Norris starts from the back of the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
So we are here getting ready for the proper race around Imola. It's the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, and Charles Leclerc once again is on pole position, followed by the world champion Max Verstappen, as we get set for the broadcast formation lap here in this race. And as you can see, everyone is on the medium tyres, but as you can see right now on our grid positions, there's a bit of a glitch. And yeah, as you can see, look where Yuki Tsunoda is. He's literally right behind us. There's literally a grid slot that is vacant there. And yeah, as you can see, it's 5 red lights for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. It's lights out, away we go. Decent start there for Charles Leclerc and also Max Verstappen and also Lewis Hamilton. As we go in towards turn 1, Charles Leclerc leads, Verstappen in second, Perez in third there. As we head in towards the first chicane, Leclerc has a clear lead. The two Red Bulls are going side by side, but also I think Perez has got ahead of his teammate Verstappen there, and Lewis Hamilton is also in P4 there. And as you can see there, at the end of lap 1, Leclerc, no, that's Yuki Tsunoda, believe it or not there, and also Pierre Gasly also have damage at the end of the first lap. We didn't really go on both of us because nothing really happened. We tried to make a couple of positions on the first lap, but nothing really happened. But as we dive down the inside of Esteban Ocon in towards our chicane, that is an excellent move for P18. Literally just as smooth as you like, calm as you like, and we just went through the inside like a hot knife through butter. Around the outside of the double right-hander we go on Alex Albon, lose a bit of the traction there, but we make the move as we enter P16, lap number 5 onto lap number 6, and we get a good exit on Sebastian Vettel, the 4-time world champion. DRS is wide open. Albon trying to overtake us around the outside, but thanks to the slipstream that we have of Sebastian Vettel, we're going to go around the outside, on the grass even. As we make the move, we go a little bit wide in towards the chicane, but we jump Sebastian Vettel, and that is for P15. So the new engine components seem to have worked because of our straight line speed, and we have jumped Albon, Vettel, and also Beckmen. Beckman's also coming into the pits. Well, actually no, not this lap. Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is out of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix thanks to an engine failure, and for the second time in consecutive races, there's a Mercedes DNF. So Mercedes championship defence in this new era of Formula 1 is not going well as they wanted. Max Verstappen is also in the pits as well. I think he's got front wing issues, and he has to come in for a new front wing. So Max Verstappen, wow, Verstappen's championship compared to Charles Leclerc is not going well. So now coming on to lap 15, David Beckmen is coming into the pits. We're going to go 1+ on the tyre strategy. We're going to go 1+ lap as we go from the mediums to the hards. Nail the pit lane speed limiter. I could have went a little bit quicker, I could have attacked it a little bit more, but here we go. Let's see if we can try and make some positions on David Beckman. We're going to time it around about now, perfectly timed, and it's going to be a 2.5 second pit stop right there. Need to change the button for the timer, but I have to say, David Beckman has shown incredible pace this weekend. As you will see right now, Beckman is ahead of us, and also you can see Albon and also Ocon in the Alpine. Albon is literally behind us, and for the same reason again, the hard tyres in this game are just lethal around here. They take so long to try and warm up, and you lose around about 2-3 seconds. And as you can see, dive down the inside, we just get understeer into the hairpin, and that allows both Ocon and also Albon to get down there inside. And as you can see on the chicane, look at that, Latifi. No, it's not Latifi. Albon, I keep getting them mixed up. Albon goes a little bit wide in towards the chicane and just clatters into the side of Esteban Ocon. So I'm guessing Ocon will have rear floor damage, and also as well Albon will need a new front wing. But heading in towards this period of the race, these next 5 laps, the car felt really decent on the hard tyres, especially in towards that double right-hander. I was just trying to see what my teammates' pace was like compared to ours, and thanks to Mark, as Bottas goes down here inside, David Beckman was setting 19.7s, we were doing 19.9, so Beckman was literally 2 attempts quicker than us all race, and for the first time this series, Beckman was on the pace when we needed him to be. So as you can see, lap 22, 10 laps to go of this Imola Grand Prix. We're in P14 right now. Not really a bad position for us, but here comes Sebastian Vettel once again around the outside. We're going to do what he did to us. We're going to force him to go the long way round, and Vettel gets the jump on us. And yeah, the AI are very tough on this game, and not just on this game, but on this track as well. I couldn't keep pace with Beckman and Vettel and Bottas. They just went, but lap 27, and there is the race leader, Charles Leclerc. It's looking like another easy victory for the Monegasque. It's going to be his 4th consecutive win this season, and unless he DNFs, then it looks like he is going to get his 4th win. That's 100 points for Charles Leclerc, over 100 points because of the sprint race. But as we enter the final couple of corners of lap 31, Charles Leclerc takes the fastest lap and the victory here in Imola. It's a Ferrari dominant win again, just like the old days, but we're going to come home in P15.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Well, what a drive that was to take the win for Ferrari today. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of him to really execute the team's plan to perfection, a shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit, familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari, do it again.
Charles Leclerc is a man on a mission in this My Team career mode. That's 4 consecutive wins for the Monegasque, and Carlos Sainz in P3. He literally started dead last in this race, so great recovery drive for him. Perez in P2, and Verstappen, I think he finished in P6. I think it was like P9. I'm not really sure, but not a good day for the Red Bulls, but an excellent day for Charles Leclerc and Ferrari. And as you can see, Max Verstappen in P5, Magnus in P6, but I think that was you know, a combination of the sprint and also the actual race. But that is that for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix episode 4 of the F1 22 My Team career mode. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button. Can we get to 30 likes on the video? Subscribe to the channel for more F1 22 content. We're going to try and get to 700 subscribers. But yeah, David Beckman showing pace in this career mode now, and hopefully he can lead us to score more points. But thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.